So is there ever a time when you just can't think of something to say to someone when you're speaking to them in their native language? Well, we have a solution for that. There are 8 categories of filler words: reaction, frequency, adding a thought, connecting, time, opinion and thought, negation, and sequence. We call them fractions. Here are 6 from each category that will help you in your next conversation. In the frequency category, there's un poco. That means a little. There's mucho, which means many, a menudo, which means often, nunca, which means never, siempre, which means always, and a veces, which means sometimes. In the reaction category, there's yo también, which you can say when you say, me as well, or yeah, that's me too. And lo siento for I'm sorry. Que sorpresa, what a surprise. Que aburrido, how boring. No me dije, don't say that to me. Or es un chiste, it's a joke. In the adding a thought category, there's otra vez, which means other time, también, which means also, y, which means and, además, furthermore, de nuevo más, again, and también, which can also mean too. In the connecting category, there's porque, which means because, pero, which means but, o, which means or, pues, which means well or then, cuando, which means when, and con and sin can go together because con means with and sin means without. For the time category, there's temprano, which means early, luego, which means later, ahora, which means now, ahora mismo, which means right now, tarde, which means late, and hoy, which means today. In the opinion and thought category, there's yo creo que, which means I believe that, yo sé que, which means I know that, yo pienso que, which means I think that, en mi opinión, which means in my opinion, menos mal que means that it's a good thing that, and so does es bueno que, it's a good thing that. In the negation category, negation means something that's a negative comment. That doesn't necessarily mean it's mean, you're just saying how you're saying a no to something. So, yo tampoco, which means me neither, ni. So when you use that in a sentence, you use that as a neither nor. So, I neither like this nor like that. There's nunca, which means never, nadie, which means no one or nobody, ninguno, which means not any, and nada, which means nothing. In the sequence category, there's primero, segundo, tercero, which means first, second, and third. And there's después de, which means after, and antes de, which means before, and entonces, which means then. So those are some filler words that you can remember for when you are speaking to another person next. Thank you.